Good morning, everyone. I'm Christina with Christy Lynn Outside. It is a beautiful morning out here. It rained a lot this weekend, and this is my first full day off of work, and I haven't been out here for a few days. I have a small harvest to make. I have my very first zucchini repicante that I'm gonna harvest. I have some of my very first fall tomatoes, and I'm gonna harvest a bunch of greens to take to the camp and make for dinner this weekend. This Saturday is the first day of rifle season in Mississippi, so we'll be there, and I might be shooting a video, who knows. Meanwhile, I have a small harvest to make before I leave, and I also have a bunch of bags of soil that my dad gifted to me this past week. That is gonna be very useful in getting some of these beds ready for the next plantings. My next planting is gonna be garlic and onions. The onions are on their way. They're supposed to be here on Friday, so I will make sure to keep them moist and well taken care of until next week, where I'll be planting them in one of my 4x4 beds. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna start here by harvesting some lettuce and some mizuna. Some of this lettuce has bolted because it's been unusually hot this month. I think I'm just gonna leave that there to go to seed, and maybe I can collect some lettuce seeds for next year or for the spring. But I am gonna harvest some of this huge bunch of mizuna, and then some lettuce on the other side there. So I have already harvested this mizuna 2 times with the cut and come again method. So there are some stalks here that are empty that I've cut off, but it's growing so fast that I can't keep up. And it tastes so good. This is the Japanese red mustard mizuna, and it really is nice and spicy, and it gives a perfect flavor and texture to my salads. And it really doesn't seem to be very picky at how I cut it. In this bed, I have a couple of tomatoes that I'm gonna harvest. My first fall tomatoes ever. This is a Principe Borghese tomato, and there's several on this plant. Now this plant is suffering from blight and from caterpillar damage, but it's still producing pretty well. All right, so here we go. 5 little tomatoes to go with my salad greens. And in this bed also, there are a few more burgundy bush beans that I have to harvest. The plants have really died off, but there are still some beans to harvest. So I'll pick those too. All right, there we go. Small little handful of burgundy bush beans, or magic beans as my peanut calls them. From 2 of these beds, I'll be harvesting some top bunch collards, some Georgia collards, and some red Japanese mustard greens. Look how big these are. also ended up harvesting some kale from a couple different beds. But what's coming up next is what I'm most excited about. This right here is my zucchini rampicante that I did not think was going to do anything this year. And I have two massive squash to pick today. I don't even know where to put them. I guess I'll just set it down. Look at this thing. It's so huge. My kids are gonna be so excited because I'm finally gonna make some zucchini bread after 2 or 3 years of trying to grow zucchini here and it being decimated by the squash vine borers. This is supposed to taste like regular zucchini, so hopefully I can make some great bread with it. Okay, last up is a couple hands full of serrano peppers and Santa Fe grand peppers. Not really a big hot pepper fan, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all of these, but I think I will put some in with the greens when I cook them this weekend. And I'm also learning why I always put my hair up in a ponytail, because it's getting everywhere and it's getting frizzy in this humidity. Even though it's 60 degrees out here, it's still wet. This has turned out to be my biggest fall harvest yet. These are gonna be some amazing salad greens and smothered mixed greens at the camp. And zucchini bread. I can't wait to tell my girls.